Okay, welcome to the fourth video. In this video, we're going to talk about how to copy and paste data in Excel. Now that might seem very obvious to you, copying and pasting is as simple as pressing Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V, but Excel actually provides quite a few options when it comes to pasting the data. Let me show you how. If you remember this table that we'd made before, I've added two new columns to it. I've added like a salary column and a sick leaves column. So John has taken 2 sick leaves and he earns 30,000 rupees per month, and similar figures for all the other people as well. Now, one way of copying data is I simply select all this and I press Ctrl+C, and you see I've copied it. And when you copy something, you see there's this tiny border that starts moving around the text that you've copied, the cells that you've copied in fact. Now if I go here and I can just press Ctrl+V and see the data is copied as it is. But there's several other options to do this. Let me show you how. What I'm going to do is I'm going to undo this, and you see my data is still copied. So I'll go here and I'll just right click and see I have this paste special option. Now if I'm not clicking, I'm just taking my arrow over this, and you see it's showing me this is the simple paste. It copies everything and pastes exactly as it is. But there's another option. You see there's an option called paste values. If I go on this, look what happens. I click on this, paste values. So what it's done is it's pasted only the contents, only the data inside the cells. It has not copied any other formatting of that cell. If you want to compare, look here. I'll just copy this and put this here. Look, now this one, it does not have any formatting that I had given. This was bold, this was a different color, none of that. And this was, we'd used word wrap, if you recall, over here, wrap text. So even that is gone. So sometimes that can be useful. Okay. Now that's one option you have. Now let's look at one more option of pasting data. Now currently, you see our headers are on the top. The top row is heading, and then you have our data. But what if you wanted the data in a flipped manner? You wanted the data to be transposed so that the headers actually become rows and all this data also gets flipped. Now there's an option for that as well. I'll just do it here. I'll right click. I'll go here and look at this. You see these arrow options? So I'll go to this last one. It's the transpose option, and look what it does. Let me zoom out a little. Look at this. So my headers have now become my row headers, and all of this data has now correspondingly it has moved. Just how you would transpose a data. You can play around with this. This can be very helpful. Transposing the data can be a very helpful tool. Now let me show you one more feature. Here's how we do this. I'm going to remove this as well. Okay, now I have this salary here. What if I wanted to calculate the total salary that is being disbursed? Okay, so I'll just write total here just for, I'm also going to bold it and make it yellow just so we can easily spot it. Now I want to sum this. So I'll just click on this. I'll go to the formulas tab and I'll click on auto sum. And look, it gives me something equal to sum, and then it automatically selects the data that is above it. And we will understand this in a later video, don't worry. But for now, I'm just clicking enter. And you see it has automatically added all the data above. I can change it. Let's change this salary to 20,000 and see it automatically changes. If I turn this to 25,000, see it changes automatically. So now I've done this for this column. What if I want to do it for this column? Well, one way to do it is that I could just click here and then press auto sum again and then press enter. But there's another way with simply using copy paste. Let me show you how. I'll undo this. What I'll do is, you see this is already has a formula in it, the sum formula for these cells. So I'll just copy this. I'll go here, I'll right click, and instead I'll go to paste special and click on the, you see this paste FX. FX stands for formula. So I'll click on this and see it has already copied the formula exactly. Now if you look in the formula bar here, it shows sum F2 to F5, which is F2 to F5, and here it says sum E2 to E5. So I can simply copy the formula that is here and paste it here. Now what if I want these two cells to also be bold in yellow like this total one? Well, one way to do is I just select it and I click on yellow and bold. But there's another way of doing it. I can simply copy the formatting. So let me undo this. Now I don't have to copy it, so you don't have to do Ctrl+C here. What you have to do is you have to click on the Format Painter button. It's part of the copy and paste section. So I'll select this, I'll click on Format Painter, and you see I've got this paintbrush on my cursor. So I'll just select this and leave it. You see? Now it's become the same formatting as these two.